the Trailblazers are a pretty good team. So I'm going to say they put up a decent fight, but won't pull it off. And then we have our Mavericks against Thunder. That'll be a 6-game series, as the Mavericks are pretty good. Dirk against Durant, but I know that Westbrook and Durant are going to pull that off in a 6-game series. And then we have Memphis against the Spurs. The Spurs are like as good as the Warriors, pretty much, and Spurs are the higher seed, so they have the home advantage, and they won pretty much almost every game at home. Okay, so I'm going to say that goes as a sweep or a 5-game series, because Memphis isn't going to win more than one. So the Spurs will advance. So we have Warriors, Spurs, Thunder, and Clippers advancing. Then on the Eastern side, we have LeBron James and Kyrie Irving playing a 5-game series against Brandon Jennings and the Pistons. So the Cavs will definitely win that series. A possible sweep too, but I think that the Pistons will pull off at least one magical win. And then we have the Hawks. I'm going to say that series goes 5 or 6 games. I'm going to go with 6 because both those teams are good, but the Hawks are more experienced, so they're definitely going to pull it off. But then there's Isaiah Thomas, Marcus Smart, Jordan Hill, and all them that you need to worry about on the Celtics. But I do believe that the Hawks will win it in a 6-game series. And then after that, we have the Heat against the Charlotte Hornets. That'll go a 5-game series, I think, with Charlotte winning 1 and the Heat winning 4. Because, the Heat is stacked, pretty much. I think they're great. They're pretty much just stacked, like the Warriors. And then we also have Pacers. Okay? And the Pacers are playing the Toronto Raptors. Sorry, I just kind of spaced out. And so I think that'll be a sweep because Toronto's just skilled. Actually, no, I think Paul George will actually pull off a win because the Pacers have enough talent to even make it to the postseason. So I don't think they want to get swept because they haven't gotten to the postseason for a while, or at least made it very far. Because last year they didn't even make it. So hopefully they do. So I think they're hoping they'll pull off at least the win. Okay, so now we'll go back to the Western side. Clippers, Warriors. Warriors are just, with that win record, I'm kind of pretty confident in them. That'll be a 4-1 series with the Warriors coming out on top. I do believe that the Clippers are good enough to actually challenge the Warriors, but I don't know. The Warriors do only have 9 losses, so I don't know why they couldn't sweep these guys too. The Rockets were just struggling so much. That's why I had a guaranteed sweep there. They were just fighting for every single win. The Warriors kind of just got every win pretty easily. But there were a few close games, as there always will be. Anyway, after that, we have Spurs against Thunder. That'll be a 6-game series. Kevin Durant and Westbrook will be putting up a good fight against the stacked Spurs, but the Spurs will definitely win that, so you'll have 2 stacked teams left. And then I kind of like these upset type things in the East, and I do kind of like the Heat, so I'm going to go with the Heat beating the Raptors in a 7-game series, because both teams are very good. But I do have the Heat pulling it off. And then we have the Cavaliers against the Hawks. So the Hawks are pretty good, but I do believe that the Cavaliers will pull it off in a 6-game series because The Hawks are pretty experienced, as I said earlier, but it is the Cavaliers. So we have the Miami Heat and the Cavaliers against the Warriors and the Spurs. So we have both 1 seeds and a 2 seed and a 3 seed. After that, I think that the Warriors will beat the Spurs in a 6-game series. I mean, I know the Warriors haven't lost much, but Spurs are pretty good at home. So the Warriors have lost there before. So I would believe that Spurs will be able to pull a decent one off in a 6-game series, possibly 5 though, because the Warriors are the Warriors, and they'll do crazy stuff. So I'm having the Warriors in the finals, and then the Cavs at the Heat. Well, the Heat is pretty stacked, very well rounded. Chris Bosh, Gerald Green, Dwayne Wade, and just I could go on and on because they're just that good. But the Cavaliers just have had a pretty good season, and they want to get back at the Warriors. So I believe that series will go to 6 games, and I'm gonna have to say it, but I think that I don't know. It just seems odd that if we have a repeat of last year's finals, the Cavaliers are good, but I don't know. That just kind of throws me off because it doesn't seem very common. Because the Royals, they were played in the World Series against the Giants, and then they came back, but they didn't win it, and the Giants didn't make it the next year. Okay, to the World Series. So I don't know. It just seems really odd. But I'm going to have to go with the repeat because, I don't know, I think the Cavs will pull it off, actually in a 7-game series, because the Heat are pretty good, and they have experience. They used to have LeBron on the team, so they kind of know his style, I bet. So I'm going to say a 7-game series with the Heat losing, because, well, it's the Cavaliers. And so it'll be Warriors in the finals winning. I'm going to say in a 6-game series. So there you have it. The Golden State Warriors will have another win in a magical, miracle-filled season. Sorry, Jordan, but last week was not good for him because his record was broken and his team got crushed. So bye, and thank you, and subscribe.